ओम स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयो श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। सर्वस्तरतु दुर्गाणि सर्वो भद्राणि पश्यतु सर्वसद्बुद्धिमाप्नोतु सर्वः सर्वत्र नन्दतु। हरिः ओम्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। We meditate on the spiritual effulgence of that adorable supreme divine reality, the source or projector of the three worlds. May that supreme divine being stimulate our intelligence so that we may realize supreme truth. Let us offer our salutations to the all-pervading blissful spirit in any name or form you like. Let us offer our salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharada, Swami Vivekananda, and all great teachers, all great saints in the whole world. Teachers and saints whose teachings we all have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. Think of the five or Pancha Mahabhutas in our body and in the universe. Agni Tattvam, fire element, Jala Tattvam, the water element, Akasha Tattvam, space, Bhutattvam, matter or earth, and Vayu Tattvam, the Prana Shakti. Turn your mind slowly inward for a few more seconds. 1 second. Om. Om. Rub the palms of your nicely and gently lower over your eyelids, forehead and face, please. So namaste and good morning to all of you. Please switch on your video cameras for the practical exercises today. And we are entering into the third day of the course. Today also yoga, practical exercises, etc. like yesterday by Chandrasekhar. Keep up that spirit of yoga, union with the higher self, meditation, etc. Very important. Learning is one thing, but implementing and practicing is another thing, so that the infections and negativity and all that stuff which is around us will be dispelled. If you are strong, if you're healthy, any number of microbes or viruses will not trouble us. It is our inner stuff is very important. Tough times do not last, but tough people do last. So that is our responsibility, our focus and our aspiration to grow higher in life, physically, mentally, spiritually, and service to the society, contribution to the society. Okay. So very nice. We welcome Chandrasekhar from Bangalore joining us live, and he will take over. And afterwards, we'll take your impressions now. Good morning, Chandrasekhar ji.
Good morning, Swamiji. Good morning, all. Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Voice getting cut today.
Voice getting cut today now?
Now, okay.
If you connect, then the voice becomes okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You just think.
Okay.
If you think, then everything is fine.
Now again, voice thoda shivering hai.
Abhi,
yes, Chennai.
Namaskar, Sthiti. Sit comfortably, all of you. Sit comfortably, ease yourself. Atma Samarpane. The first mudra that we learn today is this. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Calm down, calm your minds down. Gently, gently, gently pressurize the palms from the wrist, at the wrist. Pressurize it at the wrist so that you get a nice elevation. Gently drop your head, eyes at an angle of 45 degrees from the floor, looking into each other. The thumbs to the forefinger to the last finger gravitating towards the physical self, towards the Atman. In effectively helping you to go towards the Brahman. Your body is a temple and your asanas are your prayers. Worship your body. Feel your presence. Be mindful of your breath. Lift your spine, drop your shoulders, gently drop your head. Slowly inhale and exhale. Slowly inhale and exhale. Gentle inhalation, gentle exhalation. Gently, 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 gently. Synergize, synergize, synergize. Draw into yourself. For the next 50-55 minutes, keep your thoughts away. Focus only on your body and yourself in connecting with the Supreme Self. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Akara from the Nabi, Ukara from the thorax, Makara from the Kanta emanating to Brahmari from the nostrils into the ears. The vibrations of Omkara. Feel the vibrations of Omkara as you chant. Chant deeper now. Inhale. Inhale. Patanjali Namana, I will chant, you can follow. Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacham Balam Sharirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopakarotam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakra Sidharinam Sahasrashirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Pranamami Patanjalim Pranamami Patanjalim Harihi Om Sadashivom. We go to you, the Supreme Lord Patanjali, for having given us this wonderful art form of yoga and pranayama. and also Ayurveda and grammar. Gently pressurize your palms once again, slowly drop your shoulders by dropping your hands down, gently drop your head, slowly open the eyes. Those who have not yet switched on their videos, please switch on your videos. Please switch on your videos. Sit comfortably on a chair or on the floor, wherever you are. Give some space, don't hit your furniture. Don't hit your furniture anywhere. So today we will focus on the benefits of yoga and pranayama. So before getting into the physical aspect of yoga, I will generally tell you about yoga and its benefits in boosting the immunity of the body. So yoga is a discipline based on subtle science, right? So the first Yoga Sutra, Patanjali says, Ataha Yoga Anushasanam. So make yoga as a discipline in life. Make yoga a discipline in life. Make yoga part of life, like how you eat, like how you work, like how you rear a family, like how you earn money, like how you interact with friends, like how you WhatsApp, like that. So make yoga also a way of life. So give 45 minutes to 1 hour for yourself, not for others. You are always living for others all your life. So you live for yourself for 45 minutes, 1 hour every day, so that you will be able to live for others all your life. So yoga focuses on bringing harmony between the body and the mind. Very, very important. The body and the mind in tandem together. Yoga also helps to build up the psychosociological health, emotional harmony, and to manage daily stress and its consequences. Everybody is stressed out. For no reason we are stressed out. Whether we have work or not, we are stressed out, right? So that is the lifestyle. That is what technology has brought about. That is what money has brought about into our lives. If we have everything also, we are stressed out because we have everything. If we don't have anything, we are stressed out because we don't have anything. So stress is part of life. So we have to manage it. We have to manage it and get along with it. Everything is available for us. Have you ever thought, any one of us, there might be a few of you from agricultural background, we are doing so many things in life, we are creating so many things, we are inventing so many things, we are making so many things. Have any one of us thought about giving our attention to working for half an hour in an agricultural field once in 1 year? We cannot. Once in a year, half an hour work in an agricultural field with 2 bullocks and a plow. I am sure even I will not be able to do it. Nobody will be able to do it. It is the most difficult thing. Most difficult sadhana is agriculture. What we eat comes from them. So every day our prayer should go towards every morsel of food that we get. And our body should become shuddhi with anna and tupa, ghee. Anna shuddhi, every day it should happen. And we should thank our farmers, our agriculturists, for all those people who are making it. This is a huge country. Imagine we have surplus food. We have surplus food. What is bought from the farmers for 50 paisa is sold by multinationals for 100 rupees. We should give a thought to them. It is very, very difficult. It is the most difficult exercise human being can perform. Yoga, pranayama, everything we can do. If we want, we can do. If you mind, it matters. So what is matter? Matter is your body. And you have to mind to control this matter, this mass. Otherwise, everything is only mass, unless and until you apply your mind. So various yoga practices like asanas, pranayama, dhyana, cleansing processes, and relaxation processes helps to modulate the psychological response to stress. Why do we get stressed out? For various reasons. Traveling makes us stressed out. Seeing vehicles makes us stressed out. Continuous horning makes us stressed out. People shouting makes us stressed out. People losing their temper for no reason makes us stressed out. Boss in the office makes you stressed out. At home, your parents stress you out. Chill, mom, I know what to do. All our children say, chill, chill. I don't know what chill means. They are always chilling. Our children are always chilling. So, management of life, lot of non-communicable diseases human being has, right? Communicable disease, what is pandemic now? Epidemic. From epidemic, it became a pandemic to an endemic, means never ending thing. So like other diseases, what we are having in the air now is going to be a never ending one, because the body is not able to fight it. Remember, the body is not able to fight. The body, the system is not able to take it. It has been here from so many years. I have seen a Corona mantra some 200 years back, written 200 years back. There is a medicine also for that. I have seen that. It is there in our text. It is there in our books. Where did yoga come from? So many exercises we do, fashionable exercise we do. The moment you take on your mobile and see, they're all doing exercise like this, like that, running, jogging, putting meters here, putting meters there, walking in the park, walking here, walking there, continuously chatting. No. Exercise means yoga or any form of exercise is to silence yourself and do. Even if you're doing together, you should be silent. Then only you will observe. While eating also, we keep talking and we'll be having this. Tell me what? Yeah, okay, I'm eating now, I'll call you back. There is no need to tell somebody that you are having lunch. It can wait. So while eating, you have to focus. We don't focus. We keep our mobile near our head and sleep. What will happen? Imagine. So we are constantly bombarded by technology. It makes you unnerved. It makes me unnerved. Technology, if I'm not able to connect, it makes me nervous. Right? If I don't take my mobile every 5 minutes once and don't say, then now I'm happy, because it is controlling my life. My control over my life is gone. My control over my breath is gone. My control over my senses is gone. There is no control. Somebody else sitting somewhere in America. Bill Gates controls your life. Zuckerberg controls your life. Sundar Pichai controls your life. Imagine. He's an Indian, he is in Google. So what? They are controlling your life. They are snooping into your life. They are virtually making you puppets like that. Right? So we have to be independent and we have to have our own thinking. The human mind has lost its ability to think now because we are dependent on this. For anything we Google, for directions also we Google. Roadmap, this, everything is controlled. You just think about it. Whether what I say makes sense or not. It definitely does to me. So it should do to you also. So during these times, what is happening? We are having non-communicable diseases are overtaking our lives, mainly because of stress. And what are the non-communicable diseases? Hypertension. Can you give it to somebody? No. You can only make others tense. You cannot give hypertension to somebody. Can you give diabetes to somebody? No. You can give him 1 kg of sweets, tell him, you eat like this for 1 year, you will also become like me. Right? You cannot communicate. These things are things which you cannot communicate to others. Then chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. What a name. COPD, PCOD. You put this, that, everything becomes the same. Right? Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. The moment I am 50, I am not able to walk, I am not able to climb the stairs. If I walk a little bit, I am doing this. I work at home. I clean my vessels, I clean my house, I do my work, I become tired. See the beauty of life now. We have one person to come and do our vessels. We have one person to come and do our house. We have one person to come and wash our cars. We have one person to come and do the other kitchen work. Then what are we doing? We are living like vegetables. Somebody is using us, cutting us into pieces, enjoying from our money. And whatever hard work you do, you are paying somebody else. Right? Then bronchial asthma, very, very prevalent, pollution. So the moment you go, see, the best thing that happened in the pandemic is I have not got a throat infection in the last 2 years. 1.5, 2 years. I've been wearing mask like this, looking out like this, slowly opening the door and seeing if something is coming out. And then I'm going out. My throat is fine. No cold, no cough, no infection. Everything is prevented by mask. So we are also living behind a mask in our lives, right? A parda. We are living behind a parda, so you have to open it to see the world. Otherwise, you are in your own world, right? You have to come out of it. We have forgotten to socialize. Everything is on WhatsApp, Facebook, Zoom meeting. See, I'm seeing so many bright faces on Zoom. Otherwise, where will we come and meet everybody? It's impossible. Allergic rhinitis, keep on sneezing, diabetes, insomnia, sleep. Sir, I couldn't get sleep yesterday night. Can you send me a link for the 4:30 class? I'm not able to come for 6:30 class. Don't come. Sleep the whole day. Right? Depression. I am into depression. What is this word? My daughter says, really depressing, Pa, she says. I said, for what reason? Because you have everything. You are depressed in life. If you don't have anything, then I'm sure you'll not be depressed. You won't have time to be depressed, right? Those are the days when you would I used to walk from here to Gomasatra 16 kilometers for a job. I used to go, while going, I used to go by two-wheeler. While coming back, no money for petrol, 25 paisa for groundnuts. So I would walk all the way from there. So necessity is the mother of invention, right? So there is no need now for you to walk. Why you should walk unnecessarily? There is no need. There is no need, I will not walk, I will fall sick. So walking is the basic thing that will keep you fit. Immunity, where does your immunity develop from? From walking, from breathing. These are things which nature has created for you. Electric vehicle from here to there, escalator from first floor to second floor in a mall because they built 50 floors. How you can walk? If you walk and go up, you will not be able to buy anything in that mall. You will go there, you will be tired, you will sleep, they'll give you one Pepsi, you will drink that, you're done. You're a dead duck. All carbonated drinks, they are screwing up our system. They are spoiling our system. Everything is refrigerated. Everything is in the fridge. If you go every house, if you open that fridge, you will find all refrigerated items in the fridge. So many things. Vegetables have to be bought and they have to be kept outside, not in the fridge. You buy every day, cut it and eat it. That's all. Why do you want to store it? Everything is refrigerated. Everything is carbonated. So carbon plays a very, very important role in spoiling your body. Right? Carbon credit. Somebody sitting in US is giving us carbon credits for our companies to make our pollution less. Somebody there is giving us carbon. You get carbon credit. So much of money is there in the bank for the companies because they have reduced pollution. Ultimately, somebody there is making money out of us. Obesity. You sit, you eat chips, you eat samosa, you eat Hyderabadi biryani, and nicely we grow our body. Right? So what happens? We become obese. Then gas, acidity, flatulence. I'm not able to eat. Otherwise, I always feel hungry. These are all the benefits of what technology has given us. Benefits to spoil our body. So, what does Patanjali say here again? Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta is what? Is the mind. Remove the confusions in the mind is what he says. When did he say? He never said it now. He never thought Corona will come now. He said this some 2,400 years back. It is written in our Upanishads 10,000 years back. Vedas, 15, 20,000. There is no time limit for all this. And where did yoga evolve? It evolved over years. You have seen Nataraja. You have seen Vishnu. Everybody has a mudra, right? And what is the significance of this? We don't know. And where did it evolve? We don't know. Patanjali lived between that time, yes. How did these asanas originate? We don't know. How did these asanas originate? We don't know. So there is a very big treatise called Shiva Samhita, which has bifurcated and segregated and given us details about all these asanas and asanabhyasas. Why it is relevant, why it is important. And what does practice of yoga do? During these conditions of pandemic, what needs to be done most important is to increase the immunity of the body. So practice of yoga reduces acute respiratory infections. So where does the main problem in the body starts? With your breath, with your lungs. One is with the lungs, and Ayurveda says it is with the intestine. So if the gut is good and if your lungs are good, then you will not get any disease. You will be free from all kinds of diseases. It can be anything. You will not get a disease. You will not get any disease if your gut and your lungs are in good fettle and good health. So mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Meditating mindfully. How is it possible? I am sitting here, I am talking to you. So you are listening to me. How much of your time are you giving to me, or how much of your thoughts are you sending? How aware are you about what I am saying is very important. Nowadays, while we are conversing with somebody else, we will be doing something on our mobile, he will be talking, correct. Okay. I'll call you back. We'll talk to him, then we will tell him, you go home, I will call you. That is what we do now in a meeting. Unless and until it is mandatory, unless and until a rule is implemented and fixed on you, we don't work. Otherwise, we will be doing our work, he will be telling whatever he wants, whatever we want, we listen, and the remaining thing goes off in the air. So we have to be mindful. Mindfulness comes from our awareness. And how aware can you become? How can you become aware of something? By being there, by being involved in what is happening. Only if you get involved, then things start happening. Otherwise, it doesn't happen. So what happens when you breathe, when you constantly breathe properly, the immunity in the body increases by beta defensin 2 levels in the body. It is there in the mucus. It is there in the mucus. It is there in the mucous membrane. It is there in the throat. Everywhere it is there. Everywhere it is protected. Your nostrils are protected by the hair inside. The throat is protected. The food goes into a different canal, alimentary canal, the esophagus. They are all different. So these are all protective systems for our body. In spite of that, this small thing gets inside our body and it plays havoc. Right? So immunity, building our immune system, building our defensive systems are very, very important. So this happens by meditation, by doing kriyas, Shalaneti, Neti, Dhauti, then by doing pranayama, then by doing Kapalabhati kriyas, then by bandhas. There are so many things. Pranayama, then dhyana, restorative yoga. We call it restorative yoga. Modern days, restorative yoga. What did you do? I went to Dharmasthala for 15 days and they gave me only natural things. And they gave me lot of kashayas and they gave me so many things for 15 days. I was good. I came back, I had a pizza and now I am back to square one. Right. So you should be mindful of everything, mindful of your breath, mindful of what you eat, what you think. Most important, the control, the master control, C panel is there. The C panel is there. You have to control it with your thoughts. Whatever you think works on your abdomen also. Think about it. If you have not thought about it, do it from today. It will start working. So if you are mindful about what you eat, see, colorful thing, very important. If anything, yellow color, capsicum, green color, capsicum, red color, tomatoes, green leafy vegetables. These are all things which play a very, very important role inside the body. Outside it look lovely. Inside when you eat, it starts working. These are all supposed to be classified as very healthy foods. Right? What you eat is very, very important. Not that eating non-vegetarian is not good for health. Everything is good for health, provided you eat it in limits, within your limits. Mitavagi, eating it in proportions is very, very important. Everything, whatever you eat, even amrita beyond a particular point is not good for the body. Only 1 spoon of amrit is enough to give you immortality. If you eat 2 spoons, you are dead duck, you are gone. So like that, the different techniques have evolved. So basically we will go into some simple yoga techniques now. Enough of bhashan. So in simple yoga techniques to make your life good and to improve your immunity. Sit properly, sit comfortably. Sit comfortably. Keep your hands on your thighs. Keep your hands on your thighs. Sit on a brick or a bolster or a elevated platform. Gently roll your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is a clockwise rotation. Now do an anti-clockwise rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe well. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, neck to your right and left with your breath. Whatever you will be seeing there will be a mirror image of me. So I will start. If I start from the left, you do your right. Okay. Inhale to the right. Exhale. Inhale to the left. Exhale right. Exhale left. Exhale right. Exhale left. Exhale right. Exhale left. Exhale right. Slowly. Those who have neck issues, do it very slowly. Exhale left. Exhale right. Exhale left. Exhale right. Exhale left. Release and relax. A lot of you have muted yourself, muted your videos rather. Please come online. And now neck movement up and down, up and down, up and down. Inhale up and down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down and relax. So once I come to the next subject of pranayama, mudras and bandhas, I will tell you about this. This is the simplest and the easiest bandha anybody can do. That is by locking the chin and jaw to chest. What happens here? Your Vishuddhi chakra gets activated. And for those who have less knowledge of chakras, chakras are energy centers along the spinal column from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And what do these chakras do? They control all the characteristics of the body, from the emotional portion to our leadership qualities. And most importantly, as Swamiji always says, Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence is creating leadership qualities in each one of you. Each one of you is a leader in his or her own way. And you are going to do what? You are going to make people aware about VH's mission, about Ramakrishna mission, about the mission of Swamiji and Vivekananda and Ramakrishna and Ma Sharada. So what does this Vishuddhi chakra do? This Vishuddhi chakra activates that. So we have so many people have different problems of communicating. Supposing you are in front of a crowd of 100 people, you might not be able to talk at all. Right? So the activation of the Vishuddhi chakras opens that particular character of a human body. Now we will do a gentle twist. We will do a gentle twist. Sit comfortably. Sit comfortably like this. Sit comfortably like this. Spread your hands well. If you are sitting on the chair, also no problem. Interlock your fingers. Raise it to the sky like that. So what happens when you raise your hands up? The internal organs in the body come up and proper aeration happens to your lungs and intestine. Now with your right hand, hold your left and press your right hand there and give a gentle twist to the body. If you are sitting on the chair, do it on the chair itself. Like this. If you are sitting on the chair, do a gentle twist on the chair like this. You're sitting on the chair, do a gentle twist like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, stay there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn to the other side. Gently twist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax your neck. 5, 6. Lift your spine. 7. Rotate your shoulders. 8, 9, 10. Twist again to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift your spine. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn to the left. With your hand, pull the knee. Pull the knee and twist by lifting the spine. See that both sides of the body are rested on the floor or on the chair. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. So every day, if you are sedentary, if you are rooted to your computer, sitting on the chair, loosen up your shoulders, arms, neck, and your hands and do twisting every day, at least 4 or 5 times to keep the spine and the body erect. An erect spine is an alert brain. So if your spine is like that always, the brain also starts working better. Right. So simple techniques. We are not doing very advanced postures. This everybody can do because these are all natural processes. There is nothing defined in this. Right. So now we will just stand up in Tadasana. So Tada means Mara. Mara means tree. So the body below the waist should be like the trunk of a tree. So stand like this comfortably. Raise your hands up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, bend half. If you have lower back pain, don't bend fully, bend half. Those who don't have any back issues, gently drop your hands to the floor. Tighten the knees, don't bend your knee, drop whatever possible. Slowly come up. If you have lower back issues, neck issues, don't drop. Inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, gently drop down to Uttanasana. Gently drop to Uttanasana. Your feet will be parallel to each other. Drop down gently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop like this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to Uttanasana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are able to drop their fingers to the floor. Those are able to drop their palms, drop it to the floor. Those are regular practice of yoga. 9, 10. Otherwise, don't worry. Last round. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to Uttanasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. So all postures in yoga, forward bending will be exhalation, back bending will be inhalation, irrespective of the posture. Okay. And what you did is again a simple posture, Utthana. Utthana means coming down. Right. Uttanasana. Now we will do Utkatasana, is sitting. in the air. You're always used to sitting on the chair. Now this is a cardio which helps your heart. So we will do a simple Utkatasana. If you have knee pain, don't drop fully. Those who are comfortable with their knees, do it properly. Get ready. Stand like this. Your feet will be this much apart. Fist size. Two fists if you keep here, your knee should be that much apart. Raise your hands. Exhale and sit square. Inhale, exhale and sit square like a chair. 1, 2, 3. Come up. Inhale. Your hands will not be straight. It will be at an angle of 15 or 30 degrees. Exhale, sit square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up. Urdhva Hastasana. Utkatasana. Sit square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly come up. Very good. Urdhva Hastasana. Utkatasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Release. Very good. Enough. Enough. So what do you do while you are lifting your hands? You are lifting your hands as if you are carrying a basket of flowers. No. You have to lift your hands as if you are carrying a parvata like Hanumanta. You have to raise the hands like this. Sanjeevani. Like that. You have to raise. And see, the thought behind is this. There is so much of load on you. Okay. There is so much of load on you. You have to carry it effortlessly, easily in your life. So many problems come, aplenty. So carry them with aplomb and grace and finality, with conviction. Any problem can be solved. So we did Urdhva Hastasana, we did Uttanasana, we did Sukhasana twisting, then we did Utkatasana. Simple postures. Now I will show you one more. Those who are not able to sit down, I will show them also. See, you are here. I will tilt the camera a bit. You are here. You are standing on the knees, the toes will be back. Keep your hands here. So you are lifting the spine and dropping the spine. Concave, convex. Convex, concave. Up, down, like that. Those who cannot sit on the floor, you can sit on the chair and do the same thing. You can be here, drop, up, drop, up, drop, and then lift the head, like that. Now get ready, all of you, for the cat and the cow pose. Stand on your knees, your toes will be back. We call this Virasana. Keep your hands here. Inhale and lift your spine. Exhale and drop your shoulders. Lift, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Release and relax. So to make your spine supple, please try to do this daily. Okay. Another most important posture is Vajrasana. So if you sit on your heel and drop your butt into your heel and sit like this, then what happens in this particular posture? Those who have heavy stomach, those who have acidic problems, those who have problems with indigestion, so this particular posture helps you. But those with knee pain, you cannot do Vajrasana or Virasana on the floor. So if you are able to stand on the knees, then what you can do, you can use a poster like this and sit on that gently. The same effect happens. gives you the same effect of Virasana. So now I will show you one posture called Adho Mukha Vajrasana. So sit on the heel like this, raise the hands, inhale, exhale, gently drop your head down to the floor. So I will tell you the benefits of this posture. Get ready, those who are able to do. Get ready, those who are not able to do, sit on the chair and do the same thing, same effect will be there. Get ready, inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, drop your body forward. Take your chest on your abdomen. Drop forward and stay there for 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, stay there. Don't come up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly come up. So what happened? The moment you go down, you are not able to breathe because the most important part of the body, your tummy, is coming in the way, right? Whether you are my size or like that, it comes in the way, right? So trying to breathe in that position, prone position, will increase your breathing ability. Simple. The underline is that whether you are thin or fat doesn't matter. So prone position, when you are there, if you breathe there, your oxygen levels gradually keep going up like that. Simplest way of improving your lung capacity is to bend forward, Adho Mukha, and Supta, lying back also. Lying back, we will not do now because a lot of people will find it difficult to do that. But Adho Mukha is very, very, very important. It increases the lung capacity. And what happens in pranayama, in Omkara chanting, or in Bhramari pranayama, which I will address in the next 5 minutes, there is something called as nitric oxide in the body, which is released when you do this. When you do this pranayama, when you do this chanting of Omkara, nitric oxide is released in the body. And what is the most important thing of nitric oxide? It kills all bacteria and germs. This was there in our history some 2000 years back. It is still there. It is still evident. And practices have shown that. There is a paper which is coming out shortly on the benefits of Omkara and chanting of Omkara. We'll do that after this. So we did all the standing postures, sitting postures, we did this. One more last posture we will do, simple posture, Setu Bandha. Setu is what? It's a bridge. Bandha is what to lock. And you are creating a bridge between what and what? From your head to your leg, you are creating a bridge. And by doing that, what are you trying to do? You are locking your breath. And how are you locking your breath? Jalandhara Bandha. What we did initially, like that. So I'll show you now. Just watch. You are here. So your hands are here. Those who are able to hold your heel can hold. Otherwise, rest it here. Inhale. Raise the pelvis. Lock your chin and jaw to your chest. Like that. Get ready. Those who are sitting on the chair, stand up on the chair. Stand behind the chair. Drop your hands down and push your pelvis forward. That's all. You will be able to do this. Get ready, all of you. Get ready, lie down on your back. Those who are on the chair, use the chair. Inhale. Lift your pelvis up. 10 counts. Up. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release and relax. 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 Get ready. We will do 5 rounds now continuously without stopping. Get ready. Inhale up. Exhale down. Gently inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, release and relax. Slowly come up. There are so many postures that we can discuss. We can discuss Pavanamuktasana, Pavanamuktanasana, we can discuss Bhujangasana, we can discuss Ardha Kati Chakrasana. There are so many. Paucity of time. So simple basic techniques which everybody can do. Whether you have knee pain, whether you have arthritis, whether you have shoulder pain, whether you have rheumatoid arthritis, whatnots, you can do all these things easily. So I have shown you both with chair, without chair. Paucity of time, maybe I was a bit too fast, but we have to manage within the time allotted to us. So from your asana abhyasa, what Patanjali has said in his Ashtanga Yoga, Yama, Niyama, like what we discussed yesterday, asana abhyasa. Only after asana abhyasa, the body is warmed up nicely for pranayama. So we'll do a quick session of pranayama. Sit comfortably, sit comfortably, sit comfortably. The hands in Jnana Mudra, Chin Mudra. Is this Nana? So awareness, be aware always. Close your eyes, sit comfortably, hands down, gentle inhalation and exhalation, 5 counts inhalation, 6 counts exhalation. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we will go to 6 inhale and 7 exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gently exhale and relax. Exhale and relax. Slowly open your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. So the simplest pranayama is Ujjayi pranayama. And what you did now is Ujjayi pranayama. And what it does, it increases your lung capacity, increases the ability of the body to assimilate more. See what we talk about the trinities, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So what is Brahma? Brahma is your inhalation. What is Vishnu? Vishnu is the assimilator. Right? So Vishnu assimilates, Brahma creates, Shiva destroys. Destroys what? Destroys your ego, Aham. What is this? This is Jnana Mudra or Chin Mudra or Dhyana Mudra. You can call it any ways you want. Aham, Ahankara, Avidya, Ahankara, Avidya. Everything starts from A only. So Jivatma, Jivatma going towards the Paramatma. Jiva is what? The individual self going towards the cosmic self. The actual mudra is like this. So when you do this also, these three fellows are separate. Avidya, Ahankara, Adharma. So everybody does all these things. It is prevalent in society, political circles. So bring them together. Bring them together into what? Into yourself. And what are you? You are supreme being. God has created you. Not just like that to just come and go. God has created you with a purpose in life. So leave your mark in whatever subtle ways that you can in this world, in this life. We don't know whether we'll be born again or not. Whether we may get moksha or not. We don't know. It all depends on what you have done in your previous janam and now, and what you are going to do in the remaining part of your janma. So it is not determined by me or anybody else except the Supreme. It is determined by you. So do what can be done the best way possible in your domain. Very, very important. There are some 84 lakh asanas which have been written and which have been written about also. And these depict all the jantus and all the jiva rashis of the world. So we cannot do everything. It will take, we need another 10 lifetimes to do all that. So basic postures will be around 125 or 25 when you concise them, and 25 mudras. So what you did now was pranayama, Ujjayi pranayama, and then once Ujjayi pranayama is done, next what you should do is Surya Vedana and Chandra Vedana pranayama. Surya Vedana pranayama is inhalation through the right nostril and exhalation through the left nostril. So what happens when you inhale through right and exhale through left? Surya Vedana is a powerful pranayama, masculine pranayama. Not that all men are powerful, women are more powerful than men, right? So Chandra Vedana is a feminine pranayama. It calms down, it cools down. We don't call it Surya Nadi or Chandra Nadi. We call it Pingala Nadi and Ida Nadi. So when you inhale through right nostril, the left side of the brain gets impacted or activated. And when you inhale through the left nostril, the right side of the right lobe of the brain gets activated. So a combination of this is Anuloma Viloma. If you see Ramdev, he'll be doing like that. Karo, karo, Bastrika karo, Kapalabhati karo, Anulom Vilom karo. Constantly he is doing this. From how many years? From so many years. So much of energy he has got. And where does this energy come from? From sun. From the air around you. When you breathe, it is Prana Shakti. When you exhale, that is also energy, but not required by the body. Apanavayu, Pranavayu, Apanavayu. So Surya Vedana, Chandra Vedana Pranayama, then Anuloma Viloma. Once you do this, then you come to Nadi Shodhana, means Nadi Shuddhi. Every individual, when you breathe, 2 nostrils, one nostril takes in more, one nostril takes in less. To make that proper inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. And here we start, brothers and sisters, from the left nostril and not the right. Because the body and the mind are agitated after our practice. So to calm down, we start from the left. It is not for anything else. Even in Sandhya Vandanam also, when we sit and do Sandhya Vandanam, we breathe from the left, hold and exhale from right. It is like that. Everything is scientific only. Nothing is beyond science. Everything is scientific. The body is also designed like that. After Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, then only we do Kriyas. We do Kapalabhati. Then we do Bhastrika. All forceful Kriyas. And once that is done, then we come to Bhramari Pranayama. It soothes the mind. So Bhramari Pranayama is very important for the raising of the immunity of the body. So we do Bhramari Pranayama now. Sit comfortably. I will show you once. The fingers are like this. Everything is a mudra. This is also a mudra. So with the thumb, you gently close the ear like this there. And the fingers 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Those who are not able to sit and do, you can even lie down and do with your forefinger into your ear. So sit like this. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath through your nose. Close your mouth and chant Omkara. Inhale. Inhale through the nose. Keep on chanting Omkara. Inhale. Slowly, slowly drop your hands, drop your hands, drop your hands, gently, 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 gently relax, gently relax. So before we, there is too less time I felt today. So we need 2 hours to just touch and broach this subject. It's a very interesting subject and a very, very extensive one. Everything we have just tried to fit in too many things in this 1 hour schedule. The next one that I will be talking to you about shortly is about the mudras and how beneficial they are to the human body and the mind. So mudra basically is a term with many, many meanings. It's a mystic position of the hands and the gestures of the hands. I name a symbol. And the eye position and the position of the body to depict certain states of consciousness. Very, very important. If you see Nataraja in a dancing posture, you can see mudras. Venkateshwara, you can see mudras. Everywhere there are mudras available. It's all around us. We don't observe, that's all. We don't observe. So what do these basic mudras? The basic, most common and the basic mudra that our history and our science and our ancient people have taught us is this. Atma Samarpana is the most important mudra, wherein you are conserving energy within you. You are putting it within yourself and you are going to yourself. Thereby you are going to the person in front of you. Right? You're going to yourself, going to that energy, that Shakti within you, which is keeping you alive and ticking. And thereby you are acknowledging the presence of the person in front of you. That is the most basic thing that anybody can do instead of giving a handshake or that. And what does mudra mean? Mudra means to define, to sign an agreement. To sign an agreement with whom? Not with your tenant or with your owner, right? With yourself. You are locking yourself, locking into yourself. You are creating a lock within yourself. The basic, most important mudra is called as the Gnana Mudra. And this is the mudra which represents the Gnana Mudra. So whatever you do every day, you can definitely do this. So keep doing this whenever possible. Whenever you are sitting down, do this. You are connected. This circuit, electrical circuit in your body is alive. Your energy flows within you only. It does not go to others. That's all. So whenever you give like that, hugging. So why does a child feel happy when you hug it? Right? Something that connect within you goes to the child. It comforts. So hugging can be classified into so many things. It can give so many meanings. Right? But ultimately it is the warmth and the love and the affection that comes out of that hug, which is very, very important. So as much as possible, avoid this. As much as possible, do this. You don't lose anything. The other person doesn't feel bad even before he or she realizes what is happening. You have already done this. So he had a lot of loss of words. He would do this and slowly put his hand in his pocket, take out kerchief and then do this and put it back. Most of them are caught unawares when you do this. Especially when a man meets a woman, it's very difficult. Now the technology, everything is fast. Everybody, man also wears a coat, woman also wears a suit. Everybody looks alike. So the handshake like that. So this is better. This is easier. This is comfortable. You are in your domain. He or she is in her or his own domain. Both of you are comfortable. You maintain your distance also. Right. Simplest mudra is this. This is Gnana Mudra. If it is kept up, if it is kept down, it is Chin Mudra. That's all. The meanings are the same. You connect constantly. So Yoga Abhyasa, Yama and Niyama. Abstinence from covetousness, stealing, himsa, hurting. These are all the things that yoga teaches you about. It is written explicitly, 5 tenets of this, 5 tenets of that, this should be done, that should be done. Don't do anything. Just follow your heart Do everything according to your conscience. Don't do anything that your conscience doesn't permit you to do. Do everything morally. And one thing that I learned in my journey so far, and I have tried to implement it only from 2004, and I have been a bit successful from 2010. And the most important thing is not to tell a lie, right? Even casually also, if you abstain from lying, I think you have reached something in life. Even casually, if you tell somebody, I'm meeting you tomorrow, make it a point to meet him or her tomorrow. Otherwise, don't tell I'm meeting you. Don't say that it's okay. If you are able to do something, try to do that in life. Try to abstain from lying. The most important thing to build your immunity up and your confidence up. How your immunity is built by not lying? No. Don't lie, your confidence goes up. It's sky high. And when your confidence is sky high, your immunity is sky high. That's all. It's not big rocket science. So what I learned, don't ask me how many lies I've told before that. Let's not go to that. Okay. So I reformed, I evolved, I took a step up in life to stop telling anything just like that. I will do this, I will do that. If you're able to do it. Your actions show your thoughts and your deeds. Convert them into actions and just not rhetoric, just not paper like that. Okay, I can talk about this for hours together. You can listen to this hours together. But what you put into practice at the end of the day, the result is the underlying. From yesterday, what you are today, from today, what you are going to be tomorrow is very, very, very important in life. How you are going to evolve as a better human being is most important in life. Yeah. So you can reach out to us, Shankara Ashtanga Yoga. I'd be wonderful to have all of you on a trial session. We can give you a trial session on yoga. The details I will send it to Swamiji. So those who are interested can get in touch with Vihe. So you can have a trial session with Shankara Ashtanga Yoga. No need to pay for that. So you will all be blessed to have a session with us, I hope. So you can reach out to me. My number is there with Swamiji. Any of you, we have a very big faculty with us. All very helpful faculty. So I hope day before yesterday and today made some little change in your life, some little improvement in your life from what you learned and what you heard from me. So thank you very much. Take care. God bless. Shanti mantra. Namaskar sthiti. Gently close the eyes. Gently close the eyes. Inhale. Om. Asato ma Sagamaya. Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sadashivom. Lokaha samastha sukhino bhavantu. Let everybody be blessed. Let everybody be happy. Let your life be blissful, and let every day be a wonderful day in your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Shekharji. Thank you.
I have one more session, so I will take leave. All the best to all the youngsters and to everybody who are here. Become good leaders in life and carry the mission of Vihe and Swamiji forward. Thank you all. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
All of the participants. Yes, let me just take, before we conclude, a couple of impressions. One from Vijay R. What did you learn and how did you feel? Vijay R G, can you unmute and speak? Where are you from? Vijay R, unmute and speak.
Yeah. Good morning, Swamiji. Good morning, everyone. Let me just shut down the window. There's a lot of background.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an IT professional, Swamiji.
Okay.
So for last 1.5 year, right? So we are working from home, and then really stressed out with what's going all around, right? So
Uh,
in 2-3 days, the 3 days, it's a positive effect and somewhat calming. Otherwise, stressful.
hmm. Working from home also is stressful nowadays.
Yeah.
No movement, seeing same
Initially, it
room,
was
same
good
thing.
because we are
Yeah.
at home and we got a lot of family time. But over a period of time, you don't want to sit in a single room and then all through the day, right?
True. So these 3 days will help, and another 3 days still is there. We have to just touch the half.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And are you from Hyderabad or other state?
I'm from Telangana only.
Okay.
It's from Nizamabad. I'm currently in Hyderabad.
Fantastic. Please continue the practice and get connected with us more and more. You get more Anandam and more Shakti.
Sure.
Yes, let me go to Shekhar, our volunteer. Shekhar ji, unmute and speak your impression. 3 days. Namaste.
Maharaj, thank you for conducting this community building program. Yeah, I like very much on the yes. Chandrasekhar sir told that on first day, consistency and vitamin C and
Yes, vitamin D.
D is discipline. D comes to discipline. I think we can't much concentrate on food. I think generally I like eating much, so I thought of eating less from right now.
Don't starve yourself, but eat moderately.
Yeah, moderately. Yes.
Don't starve. That is also good.
I think that's one of the main.
Yes.
I learned this. Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful. Rajiv Chakravarti ji, boliye kuch. What are lessons and your feeling and your higher inspiration?
Yeah, Namaste Maharaj ji. Yeah, I'm feeling good actually, and actually I am also working in IT, and the whole day we are working from home, right? And
Yes.
and I was in a bit depression actually, but taking this, it's really helpful, and I am thinking to take the next yoga session from 2nd August also.
Yes. Please continue. Very good. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hyderabad outside.
I am from Hyderabad. Mainly my office location is Hyderabad, but due to lockdown, I came to my native place in West Bengal. Maharaj, we met actually, like whenever during the in the mud.
Very good. See how close it is.
Yeah.
Very nice. Ambika ji, Ambika Thapar, Gurugram. Unmute karo.
Pranam Swamiji.
Pranam.
This was a very enjoyable and peaceful session, a very wonderful experience, I would say, because it was yoga with a lot of easy approach towards it. And lungs and intestine and distilled, filtered, short statements are so helpful that constantly 24/7 the mind runs and we seek the benefit from it. So I really would like to thank you for arranging such a wonderful session.
Very good. Good lessons could keep up that inner spirit.
Yes. And the sentence told.
The potato or rice to be boiled, you have to put the fire at the bottom.
Sure, yes. Yes,
very nice. Shyam Babu Garu, our young participant. Shyam Babu Garu, very young participant.
In fact, I am more than 61 years old now, sir.
Old enough, young.
But young in spirits.
Yes.
Actually, I'm very thankful to you, Swamiji, because of this introductory session. Hitherto you are opening, I'm trying to open my mind with you by your association with you. Now my body is also being associated with the VAH. I don't know much about yoga and all these things, but now I'm quite interested to join in the yoga course also. Whether it is possible to learn through Zoom class or not, I don't know. But I thought this session is I think it is only introductory session whereby we can have a bird's eye view. Those people who are really joining in the regular sessions, they can be benefited much. I think so.
Yeah. Yes.
That will give us somewhat sufficient time to practice ourselves online.
True.
I will try to associate with you, Swamiji.
Yes.
I'm very much thankful to you for opening my eyes at this age. Thank you.
Good. Keep up. Yes. Anybody likes to say voluntarily, or should I call attendance? Anybody is there? Vijay Lakshmi. Namaste. Wait. Shushma can wait. Vijay Lakshmi will speak.
ఏం లేదండి, మనం బుక్స్ చదివితే మన మైండ్ లో మనం ఎలా ఉన్నాం అనేది అద్దంలో కనిపించినట్టు ఉంటుంది.
అవును.
యోగా చేస్తే మన బాడీ మనల్ని ఎలా కంట్రోల్ లో పెట్టుకోవాలనేది తెలిసింది.
అవును.
నేను యోగా ఇప్పుడే అంటే మీ రామకృష్ణ మఠం ద్వారా ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ చేశాను, కానీ రిలాక్స్డ్ గా ఉంది, బాగుంది. ఇంకా ఆగస్ట్ లో కూడా కంటిన్యూ చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నాను స్వామి.
చేయండి, అనుకోవడం కాదు, చేయాల్సిందే. కొన్ని డిసిషన్స్ కొంత రాడికల్ గా తీసుకోవాలి.
ఓకే అండి.
పొల్యూషన్, కరోనా, తల్లి బయట ఉంది.
ఓకే, ఖచ్చితంగా
ప్రివెన్షన్ ఇస్ బెటర్ దెన్ క్యూర్ కదా.
ఓకే అండి, థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.
Thank you. Yes, Shushma ji.
Yeah. Pranam Guruji. I think this is my second association with the Ramakrishna Math. I think when I was after I completed my MBA, I took up a course in Ramakrishna Math. I used to come daily. After a long time, I think same thing, work from home, stressful situations, mother of two, having two professions. One is HR and another is artist. I'm a Kuchipudi dancer. So I always wanted to get connected with you all. Somehow my nieces both are working with you all as volunteers.
Who are they? What's their name?
Pravalika and Priyanka. They are
twin sisters.
They're twin sisters.
Yeah.
So somehow, that pulled me in, and I was looking for, because in the tight schedule, I was only finding time during the morning time. So I was seeing if something was there in the morning times. So I thought, okay, let me just start again. So it was very nice. Nina tree pose, especially when they said close your eyes and then do. I mean, there are so many techniques which we don't know. We have learned long back, but then now I'm restarting that journey. Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you.
I want
Wonderful.
to meet you and maybe restart my journey of yoga.
Yeah. Very important. In fact, it says the true statement is it is an inner discipline for the transformation of consciousness through self-knowledge, Atma Gnanam, self-control, Indriya Nigraham, and self-directed activity. That is yoga. Three things: self-knowledge, self-control, and self-directed activity. Please keep this in mind when you are doing yoga. And the proper, the true principles are, even education, whether school or teaching or learning, it can be done as a yoga. Your work at home, work or in the office, or work in the bank, anywhere, it can be done as yoga. A little twist, a little paradigm shift. From whether you're in home, whether IT, whether you're a dancer, whether a teacher, doesn't matter. The field doesn't matter. The person matters. The principles matter. So all of you are mixed audience, mixed age groups. So I'm telling you generally, your pursuit of art, your dance itself is called Nritya Yoga.
Yep. Yes.
Nritya Yoga. Just an inner transformation connecting with Atman. And beautiful expressions will come, painting or postures or things like that. Your walk itself will become a kind of yoga. Pursuit of art can be done as yoga. Pursuit of science can be done as yoga. That's what our great acharyas and great scientists of India did it compared to the people in the West. Jagdish Chandra Bose was a yogi. C.V. Raman was a yogi. Sir Vishweshwaraya was a yogi. So you should not put a wall between your work and yoga. Never do that. Break the walls. Make yoga your work. Make yoga your lifeline, as Chandrasekhar was telling. And social service can be done as yoga also. Seva can be done as yoga. So yoga is an involvement. It brings about, from the standpoint of Advaita Vedanta, a form of unveiling or unfolding of the inner self.
Agreed, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, sometime whenever you have time, please give me an opportunity to meet you. I just want to know how I can do the seva or volunteer.
Yes. We can get connected with our team. We have Sunday meetings now at present. Online satsangs are going on for 1 hour. Then other classes like these, occasional meetings. Things become better, we will call some volunteer meeting of seniors. You can note down my number. Anybody, Vijay ji or Sushma, or whether any other volunteers can get connected with us online, offline. Come to the mat occasionally, no problem, with all precautions. Then we are now in the process of launching from September new activities, new courses. And exclusively we are doing a course for employed people, final year engineering, third year engineering, and employed young professionals like you.
I think I will add some value there because I am an HR professional. So maybe
yes.
I can
You can undergo that course, so participate in the course.
Yeah.
Many ideas, experiences you can share as a contributor.
Yeah, sure.
You have a topic is how to build your contributor personality.
Okay.
Your contributor personality. Who is a contributor? Why are you contributing? What is the scope of your contribution? So that lessons are beautifully put with examples and case studies, so that the value system in IT, value system in education, value system in daily life would become more sincere, more stronger. Today, there's a doubt about the value system itself, because the exposure is only to cheating and corruption and malpractices and a lot of heaviness on the head. Let us not worry about it. Talking about darkness will not remove the darkness. We have to give in the light. Even at least a candle has to be lit in the room. Gnana Deepena Bhaswata, Sri Krishna says in Vibhuti Yoga. As an Antaryamin, he will light up Gnana Deepam. And that Bhaswata, it will illumine the whole life. Yogic lifestyle, Tasmat Yogi Bhava Arjuna. So it can be done. There's a lot of scope, lot of opportunities. Wonderful teachers, experienced people are there, inside, outside, around you. So now these programs are for bringing them together. Otherwise, I would not have got Shekhar from Bangalore or a faculty, or tomorrow Ayurveda experts will come. Maybe a principal, maybe a doctor himself will share some, clear some doubts about Ayurveda, because there's a clash between English medicine and Ayurveda. So without going into the clash or misunderstandings, let us take the medicines, let us follow the diet, etc., and remove our ignorance and remove our ego also. So let us be humble and learn quickly and practice also different times. Okay. So tomorrow and another 2 days, please don't miss. We'll go into the second part of our course, which is the Ayurveda course. Yoga ho gaya. And 2nd January, August onwards, morning batch, evening batch, VIH does. Or if somebody in Bangalore, you can get connected with Chandrasekhar. I'll send that details, his email, etc. There's a website also, sayyoga.org, I think. And I will send his number for more concentration. So we'll disperse now. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow, 8:20. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Jai Ramakrishna. Shubhadinam, Shubharatri, and see you tomorrow 8:20. Namaste.